My lip gloss still popping?
Good, please. Hey, it's been a long time. Glad you guys can join us for another edition of Dad&Me.
Yes.
I'm Dad.
And I'm me. No.
You are you.
I'm Cash.
That's basically.
I'm Cash, and this is my dad. Throughout every twist and turn, not only has he been my rock, but he's also been my biggest cheerleader. Together, we've navigated through life's challenges and celebrated its joys, always finding the strength in each other.
Hi, everyone. Raising my daughter on my own has been the most rewarding journey of my life. But with some of the help of my family, I've done the best to guide her, to be there for her. But she's always taught me so much along the way. Now, we want to share that moment with you guys.
Welcome to Dad&Me.
So today we're bringing you some different cooking edition, and for the first time ever, we're actually going to be really cooking together. I mean, we've done it in the
From
past.
a long time ago, yeah.
Exactly, but today we're going to bring you a dish, shrimp and grits. Your favorite winter comfort food, southern comfort food.
Honestly, I think you can eat shrimp and grits in any season.
You could.
I mean, maybe that's just like black people, but I'm going to eat it in the summertime when I go to brunch with the girls.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely eat it in the summertime. Actually, I had shrimp and grits last 2 weeks ago, and it was cold, but I just wanted shrimp and grits. There was nothing else that I really wanted. I mean, I'm sure that you can go to any different state when you go on vacation and get some shrimp and grits.
Find a different rendition.
And hopefully at the end, we can show you a good portion and a good sample of our shrimp and grits, which I'm going to be doing the grits part. She's going to be cutting and doing the bell peppers and the shrimp part, and we're going to incorporate together. And maybe later on in our comments, maybe you can tell us what is your favorite cities that you've ever had shrimp and grits from, because everybody's not a shrimp and grits person. I know I know some African Americans that don't eat grits, and I'm not going to call out no names. But it's bad. Yeah. But we have gone to New Orleans. We've gone to South Carolina. We've gone to Texas. We've been in different cities and states, and where the shrimp and grits are always made differently. Yeah. So let's get into it.
While we're on the topic, what city was your favorite? Like that you had shrimp and grits, like country, state, city.
Well, it's actually going to be two. It's definitely going to be two.
I feel like I know one.
It's definitely two. My first one. Definitely New Orleans.
Yeah.
Definitely New Orleans.
Wash my hands again.
Definitely New Orleans is the best place I've ever had shrimp and grits. There's two different places. Definitely one is Mother's in New Orleans. Mother's shrimp and grits is phenomenal. It actually puts you to sleep at the table. And then the other one is a place called Terrence. So Terrence is a nice little hole in the wall that was brought to me by a cigar brother of mine, John, and him and his wife went there after I, told them how to go to like Acme and Roscoe's and different places, and they found this nice little hole in the wall. So the next time I went out there, I actually went there, and their shrimp and grits was so bottom heavy. It was like when you got past the first layer, it was you couldn't finish.
You were asleep.
The shrimp was
colossal.
It was just the shrimp was crazy. Pause. So, but yeah, and my other place was actually Philly. Shout out to Green Eggs.
Nah, I really love Philly food.
Shout out to Green Eggs.
I'm not surprised Green Eggs is bomb.
And Relish. Shout out to Green Eggs.
Yes, I forgot
Relish
about Relish.
No more existence, I think. But Green Eggs is definitely, and hopefully I'll be there soon. Yeah. So tell me, what's one of your favorite?
Definitely NOLA. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was one of my sorority sisters sent it to me, and she was like, you have to go to this brunch spot. And it was like a barbecue style shrimp and grits, because they do barbecue. And it had like alligator, like sausage. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Honestly, I don't even think that was my plate. It might have been.
You ate somebody else's. You ate somebody else's plate.
Yeah, okay. I don't even think it was my plate. It was so good.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I'm not gonna say it. Oh, we can't have shrimp and grits and brunch type when we're talking.
Let's pop the bottle.
Exactly. So. But yeah, what else is there? Is there another place?
Recently, I had my new thing other than shrimp and grits is salmon and grits. That's my new thing.
Okay.
Like shrimp and grits is good, yes. And like I really love when we make it like at home. So I would say that's my second. But I had salmon and grits recently. In Baltimore, and they did like the salmon and grits over like a fried green tomato.
Okay. That sounds really, really good.
I was so full. I literally took like 2 bites, but I literally try shrimp and grits everywhere.
Really?
It's not even, I'm not even joking. But also because I'm mostly like gluten free. I don't think grits, I don't know. In my head, grits are gluten free.
I don't think grits are gluten free.
But I'm like, I don't eat chicken and waffles. So that's my go to.
Okay. All right.
Cheers. What are we cheersing to? Cheers to MLK Day.
Cheers to MLK Day.
Doing it the right way.
Hey, my people. If you stayed home today, you was off, good job. If you had to work today,
I'm sorry.
Do better. Do better.
No, but also I hope you kept that TV off because we're not playing that today.
Yeah. TV off. We're not watching no inauguration that surpasses MLK Day. To me, it's a tragedy. You know what I mean? So we choose not to watch TV today and see all that stuff. So please do us a favor. Hopefully you have too. And like Martin told Lil Shorty in the episode of Martin, if they tell you that Martin Luther King Day is not a holiday, it is. Stay home. Don't go to work and don't go to school.
That's a long
Tell him black, tell him.
Cheers.
So what's been going on, daughter? As you see, hold on. As you see, she's cutting up the peppers and so forth. I got the grits over here, the water, and the as you saw, I just put the broth in. Now I'm gonna add my grits. This is how I basically do it. So I just add my grits. They're already washed. They're already taken care of. So don't, older ladies on the thing, don't come kill me. Oh, he ain't washed his grits. Grits has come a long way, since the 1980s and stuff. You know what I mean? We don't see them. So basically, as I put my grits in, I actually start whisking these grits and just start whisking it. And like I said, grits has come a long way to where we don't really need to stand over and look for grits and hover grits for so much. Grits is really taking care of itself on its own. So basically, as I whisk the grits every now and then, they'll get a little bit better and so forth. So, and they condense a little bit more. Nowadays, you have your 5-minute grits. Please don't get them grits out the pack.
Oh my God. I literally just had to buy them because they didn't have any grits and we were making strict grits. I would never do that again.
Yeah.
Like, I already can't cook grits, which is why I'm not on grits duty today. I can't cook grits or rice. So, hey. But those
I didn't teach you that. I didn't teach you that. I tried to. I guess you didn't listen.
No, it's too much measuring. My grandmother used to tell me how to make rice. Like you use this line on your finger. It just don't work no more.
Hey, it's been working ever since I was born. So we try to teach these new millennial kids. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So basically, I have my seasoning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my trusty salt and shaker pepper shakers. I am going to now add some salt. This is just all-purpose seasoning. So.
One thing we didn't say to our people is Happy New Year.
Oh yeah,
Happy New Year, right?
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
I feel like the New Year still hasn't started yet for me.
It has.
No.
Okay.
Came in strong and fighting.
Look, how many days do you go through January till you stop saying Happy New Year? You know what today's date is.
Yeah, but we didn't say Happy New Year. I feel like if you see somebody, like yesterday I finally went back to work, my second job, right? And I was like, Happy New Year. And they were like, oh yeah, I haven't seen you since last year. So I have to say it. Now, if it's February or March, I just didn't see you.
Okay. All right.
Right? But with that being said.
But if I saw you already, you ain't getting it. If I saw you already, you're not getting Happy New Year. Folks, once your grits has started to form, I'm going to put a half a stick of butter in it. And also, butter is very important. And also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you something. I know we like shrimp and grits, and I know we put cheese in it. But if you ever put smoked Gouda in your shrimp and grits, it'll change your life.
I just want y'all to know he's about to kill me, but I'll eat it. I am literally lactose intolerant.
Okay, it'll be fine. Trust me. It's not. You're not eating the cheese. The cheese is going to be dissolved. So it's not like you're eating a
Y'all,
cheese
if I
sandwich.
can't make it to work on the 21st, you
She'll be
know
all right.
why.
She won't pass out. Trust me. She ain't dying on my watch yet. She won't.
Jesus.
She won't. All right. So what was the question?
What is something that you think we should definitely leave in 2024? Something that's going on, and it could be anything.
I mean, I think leaving in 2024 has to do with leaving the past behind. I'm a really strict believer always in just going forward, handling things that you can handle, and the rest of them give them to God. I mean, 2024, if I could speak for, that's not myself, but a lot of people that I've talked to over the course of the end of the year, it was a rough end of the year. A lot of people went through a lot of things, whether if it's personal, whether if it's death in the family, whether if it's job-wise, financial, or whatever the case may be. I've heard that. So basically, to get out of that and see people actually, triumphant. God has blessed a lot of people. He's still watching over us, and so that I think is 2024. You want to leave behind is the thing of 2024. What about you?
I think we need to leave behind just the unauthenticity of social media and the way social media has changed. Losing TikTok the other day really was scary because TikTok, you think about it, people go on TikTok, their hair is not done sometimes. They're literally just on there, they pick up their phone, they get to say anything stupid that they want, and you get to learn something, and we laugh and we move on. Instagram, it's ghetto over there. Everyone's polished. They said, like, you can't just, you got to put your makeup on. You got to put your good clothes on to be on Instagram. And it's so true. And I wish that all platforms of social media was really authentic and the girls start putting out true stuff. Like, you have a 9-to-5 just like me, like, let's show people that having a 9-to-5 is okay. You don't have to always show the designer and things like that. Like, life is not always peaches and rainbows. Like, let's be authentic, like have that authenticity when it comes to social media. And I really hope that through all platforms we get more of it, like we get closer to that.
Okay. So what is one thing that you would want to bring enlighten to yourself as far as 2025 is concerned to make you better?
2025 is the year I really want to continue to learn, but also I want to hold on to that information. A lot of times, like, I read and things like that, but I don't really use the knowledge. This year, I want to actually apply it to something. Right now, I'm reading a book called Atomic Habits, and the way I look at my goals that I set for myself and making sure that I'm actually setting up the correct systems to achieve those goals. So instead of saying, like, this year, I want a 6-pack.
Which is not achievable. But go ahead.
That is disrespectful. But instead of saying this year I want a 6-pack, this year I'm going to get up for the gym at 5 a.m. I'm going to make sure that I work out 45 minutes a day. I'm going to make sure that what I'm eating.
So you're just talking about personal goals.
Yes, but the actual actions that it takes to get to that goal instead of just saying the goal, so that my brain can, like, actually want to do them and setting small milestones for each goal. You know what I'm saying?
No. It sounds like you're trying to psych yourself out.
No.
No, you sound like you're trying to psych yourself out to build yourself to actually do what you set out to do.
I wouldn't say I psych myself out. I think that just making sure that it's more achievable, because I think
if you put your mind to anything, it's achievable.
Each year on my vision board is girls that go to the gym often, or eating healthier, or need more money, need a new job, right? But what steps am I actually taking to get there each year? I honestly. And then by the time it's February, March, I got new ones, and now that one's on the side because I didn't even try. So making sure that the steps that I choose are actually achievable and attainable for me to actually reach those goals.
Okay.
How about you? Like, what's something that you're definitely bringing into 2025?
A little bit more self-awareness. As an older man, you want to make sure that you have self-awareness about yourself, conscious about your health, conscious about your mindset, where you're going, what you want to do. Financial literacy still.
Yeah.
I had try to bring that at the end of 2024. So I want to continue that at 20 for 25. And like I said, just mental and physical health, working out consistently. I've always been working out for the past couple of years, working out consistently, but putting that a lot more into the routine, continuously just to be healthy. You know what I mean?
Sorry, 1 second. Just hold that thought because I smell the oil.
Okay. All right, let's go.
I'm going to start by putting the bacon in. Letting the bacon just get a little crispy. The oil's already in the pan. Woo! You hear that?
Mm-hmm. Smell that already. Trying to find out. Okay, so
continue.
So yeah, that's just basically everything that I'm looking to do in 2025. Just being a better version of myself. I know we hear that a lot of cliches and stuff, but it is. I mean, it's actually a good purpose to have. Being nice to others, being kind to others. You know what I mean? Especially on this type of this day. It's just basically where I'm going.
I feel like this year, 2025, I just want to feel free. Like, I don't want to worry like I used to. Things are going to happen. Jobs are going to come. Jobs are going to go. Like, honestly, not worried. And I've been a worrywart since I was little.
And what has your father always taught you?
All right. I know. But now I feel like you have to want it for yourself. Because I allowed myself to get so stressed out last year. I'm like, I can never do that again. It really takes a toll on your mental, it takes a toll on your body.
No, it does. It does. I mean, stress and worry actually ages you.
Yeah.
And it puts you into a distinguished, different state of mind. People can start worrying about a lot of things. And trust me, not saying not to worry, because there are things to worry about.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to,
Put in some onions, peppers, green and red peppers. Now, because the bacon is crispy.
People worry about a lot of things, so you have to. But you have to, you have to believe, you have to have faith that things will all work out for the good.
Yeah. Literally, give it to God. That's been my motto. Give it to God, He'll figure it out. Because if He don't, I don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. So here is some spices. Here's some all-purpose seasoning. Here's some Creole seasoning. Here's some slap your mama. Here's a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and also there's a seasoning that the herbal seasoning that I like, picked up from Trader Joe's. We're gonna add that to the peppers and onions and the bacon to give it that aromatic smell.
Now I'm just seasoning the shrimp. I put whatever seasonings were in the onions, peppers, and the bacon. I put the rest on the shrimp. Added some olive oil on the shrimp because that allows the seasoning to stick to your shrimp, your meat, whatever you're cooking. I'm also going to add just a little bit of this garlic, but I'm going to put more of this garlic in the onions and peppers mix that we have, so that you get that aroma and that garlic taste, but still going in with some garlic paste on the shrimp so that it sticks. I like the way that tastes more.
And as she's going into more of the stuff that she's cooking, the kitchen is smelling absolutely great. We are making a great progress with the shrimp and grits and so forth. So I'm really happy. Growing up and cooking in your grandmother's house or in our house, just in our house alone, how was it?
Okay, I have to pause mixing this real quick. Let me tell y'all how that lady, love you, Grandma, Miss you. But that lady used to have me cutting collard greens at 3 years old.
Yes.
My grandmother did not play.
Yes.
She was the cook of the family. Now my aunt is, but she was the cook of the family. And you had to be at Miss Tina, Aunt Tina, Grandma, Mama house for every Sunday, every holiday, every day of the week. Mm-hmm. And my grandmother was going, I don't know how, but we was cooking, cleaning, doing my hair for church on Sunday.
At the same time.
Same time. We still got up for church the next day. But yeah, growing up, my family, you had to know how to do something.
It was multitasking. Yes. I want to say it was multitasking.
It was fun though, because I was like, I had to make sure the Cheese Whiz was open back then for the macaroni and cheese.
Exactly.
And eat the cheese out of the jar, which is why I feel like I'm lactose intolerant now. But also making the cornbread and like being that person like, oh, Cash, you did that cornbread. I'm 10.
Hey, listen.
But now I'm cooking, right?
They ain't never too young to get punched in the throat. They ain't never too young to stand at the kitchen sink and clean some collard greens and cut up some rutabagas.
I was cleaning collard greens and chitlins. Like I was cleaning chitlins.
Shout out to you, because I don't eat those. I don't eat those.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but me growing up with us, you and myself, growing up cooking and trying to teach you how to cook. It was fun. You were definitely my guinea pig.
Wow.
I've gotten better over the last couple of years. There were certain things that I actually made. There was actually certain things that I actually did. My chicken got better. My steak got better.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
Your meatloaf.
Oh, my meatloaf?
Yeah, I didn't like the meatloaf. I'm sorry.
It was all right.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's all right.
But I ate it because my dad was so proud of his Italian meatloaf. He was obsessed with this meatloaf.
I was obsessed with meatloaf.
And I used to be
what about now?
It's better.
Yeah, I told you over the years.
But then it was like, I gotta eat this.
Yes,
and then you went through like your phases each time. So when we moved, one time he was really into like Asian. So we had chopsticks, we had like the ramen bowls, like different type of plates. So that was really cool. Like you didn't think he was gonna go to a man house and he was gonna have like an elaborate table setting or things like that, which I really take into like my house now, or the way I plate my food and wiping up the sauces on the plate because it has to be presentable. So yeah.
Well, I don't care how your food tastes. I don't care how it actually looks. Just make it presentable. Just don't put it on a paper plate and put it on social media like you did something. Come on now. That's just a waste of time. So how are we coming over there with the shrimp?
Yeah, I'm putting the shrimp in over the bed of the medley in here so I can let that cook. It smells so good.
So as the food is cooking and everything and we're talking and so forth, we're back. I want to ask you a question. As a young little girl growing up in a household with a dad and knowing that, you were being raised by me, what was your inner thoughts? What were the things that you kept to yourself? Like, as far as like, hey, I got a man or a dad living in the other room. I got a dad picking me up from school. I got a dad taking me to school. I got a dad coming to my step shows. I got a dad, going to my graduations. What was that like? Having conversations with yourself or even with your peers?
I feel like these are things I still struggle with to this day. I don't even think it's just growing up.
Okay.
I wish, and I look at certain women and like their daughters together, and I still long for that. Yeah, I can talk to my dad about things, but there's some things you just can't talk to your dad about. And growing up, women in our family, they're very strong-minded, so you always feel like you're just looking for that friend or that person that could just hold your information. Like I feel like growing up with my mom would have been like okay, let's not tell dad. Like, dad's
Mm-hmm.
gonna get mad at this, but I had to tell you. And it's like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Or, dad, I got a crush on a boy and
Yeah.
things like that,
Yeah.
And sometimes you surprised me because there were times you were like, Cash, that boy gay. Or Cash, that boy is not the one, baby. Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but he's not it. And you surprised me at times, but there was times I'm like, dang, like my dad just won't get it. Like, even if I tried to tell him, and I don't know, sometimes it really made me sad that I didn't have that person in my life. Um, and just looking at other people and comparing, like, oh, if I was raised this way, it would have been much different. So it really, I'm not gonna lie, it sat on me a lot, and just seeing my friends growing up with their parents. But then, on the other hand, some of my friends didn't have a dad at home.
Okay.
So then it also made me grateful. It made me grateful that person I could look up to and know what I deserve, because not having a man in the household can be different things for different girls. Like, like the stereotypical dad's not in a home, raised by a single mother kind of thing. But like I had my dad there, and I was strong minded when it came to like boys and men, and those traits I picked up from you. So yeah, it was like kind of a win-win situation for me, honestly. Like,
I mean, but there had to be some sort of really hurt disappointment because, like you said, you didn't have it, and certain
yeah,
things you were missing out on.
yeah.
So it's just like me. I mean,
Because like my dad can't. You can't go anywhere, and my friends is like, "Oh, your dad is cute," or their mothers is like, "He's cute." The teachers is like, "Fun." I'm like, "Come on!" Like, it's just my parent, and I mean, thank God my father is not ugly. Oh God,
appreciate you. Thank you very much for the compliment. No, but in that aspect, I think it was simple because it was more of, hey, at the time in the late '90s, early 2000s when you were growing up, a lot of women didn't see a lot of me. There were a bunch of me's out there. I knew one great me, and he helped me become a better me as far as helping me raise you as a single father because he was a single father himself with a son, and but my thing is, I think that women around that time didn't see that, so it was like a unicorn.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things, like a diamond. Like, oh my God, look at this shiny. And trust me, they didn't like me.
Yeah.
They liked the aspect that I was that I was raising a daughter and how cute it was and how personal our relationship was and how dependent you were on me and I was dependent on you at the same time. So it was more like this electrifying thing. You know what I mean? So forth. And there was a lot of times I had to talk to people like, hey, you don't even like me like that.
But I feel like on a different end, when I think about it, there was times, let's say, going to camp, right? Dorothy would pick me up and take me and Ashley to camp, and this man put me in full-on jeans, like hottest day of the summer, full-on jeans, a t-shirt, some sneakers, and Dorothy's like, absolutely not. She's like, Travis, you need to put this girl in some shorts, put her in a t-shirt, it's fine. Hey, he's like, nah, she's good. She'll be running around all day. She's like, exactly. I remember I was so hot. Dorothy was like, I'm about to go to the store and put some shorts on you.
You know the real reason why I put you in jeans?
Why?
I ain't like them little boys out there. Sorry, little boys nasty. Nasty. Little boys.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean, little boys.
The shorts wasn't gonna stop them.
I ain't care. I was a little boy once too.
The shorts don't stop a little boy.
2005, little boys was out here running around nasty. But no.
But what about the beads? He used to say, "Oh, you can't wear colored beads in your hair because the little boy's gonna look at you." What? So I gotta wear clear beads? Hey, like the little boys don't know.
Trial and error.
From orange.
Listen, I never said, hey, I wasn't the perfect young parent. I mean, it was basically.
But I felt like it was stuff like that I'm like, come on, I'm still a girl. Like, you're not raising a little boy.
Well, I had to learn.
I couldn't wear the pants with the words on the butt.
Oh, definitely not. Oh, definitely not. Those pants were little slut.
I couldn't wear the baby fat jeans, y'all.
No,
I gotta have a baby fat coat, but I couldn't have baby fat jeans. Like, come on with the apple bottom fur. Like, come on.
No. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Turn around, looking at her. She hit the floor. Shorty got low. Nope, floor. Nope, that song stuck in my head, man. Listen, we wasn't doing that. You can put the baby fat on the back, but you can't put it on the bottom.
I couldn't wear like a crop and shorts when I got to high school. And that I went to I was in a predominantly Caucasian town, and the girls, that's all they wore was crop tops and shorts. Absolutely not.
Hey.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't wear tights.
Hey, you was
if I had like a delayed opening, I'm grown now, so you can't beat me, right? I had a delayed opening, I would wear tights to school.
Oh, I know. People tell me they saw you. Don't worry about it. I got the news. Don't worry about it. I know you used to change before you came home. You couldn't pull nothing on me. It was just a simple fact. Listen, you was like, what was her name from Saved by the Bell? The black chick? Long voice? Lisa? Yeah, you was like that in Bayonne High School. Mm-hmm. So, I knew them little white boys. They was eyeing you too. Because one of your crushes was a little white boy.
Well, I thought for some time I was going to marry a white man.
Yeah, because I think you like Zach from Saved by the Bell. I think you like definitely Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
So you had a crush on Justin Bieber.
When we went to see Broadway, Keke Palmer, right? I had a crush on this white boy at the time. And Keke got married to the white boy at the end, Cinderella, blah, blah, blah. And I'm over there boo-hoo crying because we went with all my friends. I'm over here boo-hoo crying. Jeremiah's like, Cash, that is not you, and bleep. And I'm like, yes, it is. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, that didn't work out.
What you gone through and so forth. And what made you stronger?
What made me stronger is even though I was lacking from that certain part of my life, I never went without. And I have so many mothers. I have so many other people I call dad, even with a dad, right? I have people that I look up to, men and things like that I know will have my back no matter what. And the women in my family, dad's friends, someone always had me. I never felt without. Yes, you wanted your own. You wanted to grow up with your own mom and things like that. But the amount of love that I received growing up, that's what made me stronger.
So everyone, we're back, and basically we are done cooking, but we haven't finished talking. So if you look, you'll see that our finished product of shrimp and grits, Dad&Me style, a little bit of gravy on the side, on top, to give it a little bit of ambiance. You got your garlic, you got your smoked Gouda that's inside your grits. You have your Cajun shrimp with your fried bacon inside, the turkey bacon if you want to, like we have, and it looks good.
Say grace.
God's good, God's grace. Let's eat. Amen.
Amen.
This is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Not salty. Really, really good. You could taste the butter. You could taste the grits. You could take the spiciness from the seasoning. And it's really, really good. Mm-hmm. What do you think? Okay. Mm-hmm. So I see that she's having a good time over here. All right. So, as we were talking about the aspect of growing up with a dad and how it moved you and how it positioned you as far as a kid in high school and in grammar school, me personally, for a dad with, growing up with a daughter, it put me in a different category, in a different bracket, being at the age of 22, becoming a father and certainties. And
I can't imagine being a father or a parent, period, at 22.
I didn't either.
Child.
So, but as you know, you grew up differently. And I wanted to make sure that you know, you weren't put in positions where it was crucial, because here I am, a man with not only a child to be responsible for, but a female, a daughter. Um, so I didn't never want to fail you, but I never want to put you in positions that would, harm you. So a lot of it has to do with sheltering you. I did. I sheltered you a lot, but we had a lot of different um, breakdown points. We've had points where, and I'll be vulnerable. We had points back in the day where, we slept in houses with no lights. We slept in houses with no heat. Mm-hmm. We slept in a car once. There were certain times where, we're not saying that I'm proud of those moments, but those are the things that happen. There are times when I had to walk you to school and didn't have money for myself to go to work, and I would have to always walk to work. And you know me, I worked in the city, so I would have to hop the train. You know what I mean? Go here, go there, make sure, come back. Put people in your life to where those things had to change. But like I said, growing up being a single dad was tough. But as time went on, and we started getting better, and I started getting better, and I started understanding and putting myself in a better position, it made me feel better. It made me do better. And it made you smile more. Making sure that, we weren't, you weren't in everything, but you were in everything. Mm-hmm. Everything that it had to be in, you were everything. If there was a fashion show, if there was something going on, we were there. Mm-hmm. Especially when it had to do with the family and it had to do with church. But yeah, so those type of things.
I feel like you just said, when I said before I didn't lack, even though you were going through that, you never made it privy to me, mm-hmm. Or you were still there. Like, you were there for everything, like every show, every competition that you could make it, like you made sure that you was there. And there was never not a time where it was like, Cash, is your dad gonna come? Like, it's never a time I had to think, is my dad gonna actually show up? And that's a blessing. And that's Appreciate beautiful that. To say, like, my dad has never missed anything. And if it was important to me, it was important to him. Even if he didn't understand it, it didn't care. It didn't matter, which is really beautiful. And I always appreciated you for that. Because even now, I still call my dad for every little thing. Like, I remember when you worked in New York, and they already knew at the front desk, here go Cash again. My dad didn't answer his phone. Girl, he is not at his desk, but I was calling for every little thing. Dad, should I put this chicken here? Or Dad, Dad, what time are you coming home? The same time every day, Cash. What else? Like, so, and I still do that. I'm still able to pick up the phone. Sometimes he don't pick up, and I could be kidnapped in the back of a truck somewhere. But other than that,
they would bring you back. Definitely. They knew once you start talking, and once you start asking them questions, they're gonna bring you back. Yeah. There's no ransom for you. They would bring you back. But I appreciate that. That really touched my heart. It touches my heart knowing that that was always on my mind. I didn't care what time, what day, what hour. Like you said, if it was important to you, it definitely was important to me.
Like, I'm up at Montclair. You're not driving.
No.
No. There's people, parents that didn't even come.
Yeah.
And they live like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So
I made it a conscious effort, and it was funny that I was having a certain conversation with a couple of my friends last night. We just was talking, and the number one thing I always said, I just never want to let you down. No matter how old you get, no matter how old I am, I just never wanted to let you down. So if I had to play the butler at your tea party, and from as a little
my God,
girl,
I gotta find those pictures.
Being there at your graduations and being there at your anything that you've ever done, mm-hmm. anything that you've ever done.
Like, I remember you were so proud of me, like when I joined my sorority.
Oh yeah. I was.
He was taking pictures.
I was very happy.
Where's your jacket? Put it on. Oh my God! Saying our chant, everything.
Because you want to understand something. You know this. There was a time and portion in your life between ninth grade, high school, where you were so closed in, you didn't like people, or you didn't like people seeing you in a spotlightish. And not only when you crossed over as for your sorority, shout out to SG
Sigma Gamma
Rho
1922. Y'all can have January period. Go ahead.
Pause. I don't even know. I just heard period, and I ain't want no fun. But even when you as a freshman, when you came home and you said you were joining the theater club, and I was like, "Who? You?" You said, "Yeah," and that means you were standing out on stage. You were going to practice. I don't know what really made you do it.
No, it wasn't theater.
Yeah, the drama club.
No, it wasn't modeling.
No, in
Bayonne High School. Oh, yes.
Yeah, the theater club. You old? You don't remember?
Yeah, okay. I'm little.
So that surprised me. And I wanted to make sure when you said that this was something that you wanted to do and that you were dedicated to, I wanted to make sure that I saw myself there. Because that was probably the first time in a long time as a young girl that you made that effort to actually be part of something where it exposed you.
Yeah.
It made you, very transparent.
Yeah.
And so forth. So I don't care if that first play you had one line, boom.
I did. And I made the line up.
And you made the line up.
Everybody was acting scary because I was in the ensemble. And I was an understudy too. So I kept trying to tell the girl she could not fail because I could not sing like her. And they were like just standing there, and I was like, "Fetch the dogs!" And my director was like, "Cash, that's your new line. Let's go." And I was like, "Period." But yeah.
But guess what? You had that one line.
Yeah.
But you made the paper.
I did.
You made the paper.
I did. And from that play, I was a lead in the next play.
Yeah. That Hairspray play.
I was Motormouth, maybe with a fat suit.
With a fat suit on. And, we couldn't be more proud of you. And I knew it was something special when your uncle and your aunt came. When your uncle and your aunt show up for stuff, you know what I mean? I know.
He was a little taken back by the plot of Hairspray.
The plot of Hairspray. But when your aunt and your uncle show up, it's like, whoa. I mean, you knew your grandmother and everybody was going to show up, but when they show up, that means it was big. So I was all through high school, I was very proud of you.
And I think, just real quick, it's so true because you hear this all the time now. God put you in positions so sometimes you can help others get where they need to be as well. Because my best friend always tells me, I remember seeing the yearbook and I'm like, we had theater? I'm like, wait, what? Like, I sing in church from here and there. Like, I could do that. Like, I love theater. I love musicals. And I told him I was going to the auditions and I was going to sing a gospel song. And back then, being queer and, it just wasn't a thing in high school, And he was in a singing group. He was like, Cash, I'm going to go with you. And he got a lead role in his first ever audition. And he went to college for theater. He's now dancing. He's moving to LA to dance. Like, that literally just excelled his career and made made a whole pathway to his career.
And we want to not say names and keep his identity. But
yeah.
The thing is, I like that he did that because it not only what he's doing now, which he loves, he was born to do it. You could see it. But it gave him that key to unlock it.
Yeah.
That confidence to be himself finally and not hide it. You know what I mean?
He killed it. So it's like,
love to death.
And
love to death.
To be able to have a friend that push you, you push them, and it's literally a beautiful thing. And so
love him to death. Love him to death.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we had this time to talk.
Yes.
I'm glad we had this time to reflect
and eat, child,
and eat because that's what she wanted to do. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Hopefully next time we'll be at another location or we'll be back in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So give us your thoughts. Give us your prayers mostly, and we support everyone who's actually doing different type of platforms. We're doing this not to create anything else but content and memories.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this because the love that we have for each other as father and daughter, as two adults, is at a level of all time high. And we just wanted to share with you, and we wanted to share ourselves with you, and always authentic.
Yeah, always authentic. And I really thank you guys for tuning in again. And we'll see you in the next episode. Stay safe out there. It's about to get real, y'all. So honestly, put your armor on and get to praying. But we love you and see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Clink, clink, clink.